Hello, everyone. It's Keith Jowers, Dads for Life, and here's another episode of Dad 5. I want to talk about building a legacy, a lasting legacy, that is. A father's legacy is built in everyday decisions that we make, Dad, and those small moments. You know, the time when your child falls and off the bike and scrapes his knee, and you just go over there and help him get up and go tend to it. And of course, moms are sometimes the one that doctors it up. But you don't just yell at him, get back up on the bike. You go tend to his need at that time. So when we take care of those little needs sometimes, those small moments, they'll remember that. In Psalms 127:3, it calls for children to be a heritage from the Lord. Don't you want your children to be a heritage? Your words, your example, and your belief in your child are very powerful. The greatest gift you can actually give isn't material things. It's the presence of yourself and your affirmations to the child. Billy Graham once said that a good father is one of the most unsung, unpraised, unnoticed, and yet one of the most valuable assets in our society. It seems like things have changed a lot since he said that, because I worked with a lot of children who had no fatherly presence in their life. And some of them didn't know who their father was. Some of them could care less where their father was. And some of them who had their father at home just simply didn't pay attention to them. Children internalize what you model: your kindness, your forgiveness, resilience. You see, if you show them love, they will learn how to show love. If you show them hate, or you cuss all the time, they will learn how to show hate or cuss all the time. So your example to them is very important. My dad died when I was 11 years old. My mother never remarried again, but there were some rough times, even in my first 11 years, that I remember my dad, that were very unpleasant. But I do miss him. I did miss him as a teenager. So you, as a dad, must leave a daily positive actions for your kids to follow, because they will remember all the negative ones for sure. But we want them to remember the positive ones, and you being there and leaving that legacy, Dad. Legacy is not the money that you leave behind. It's what will your kids say about you when you're gone. So we'll talk about next time some stories of dads that left a legacy and some did not. But it's up to you each day. But here's some action steps that you can do in starting to leave a legacy. Number one is you establish a family tradition, even something simple like Saturday pancakes or evening walks, or every birthday you take each child out individually for their birthdays. Spend time with them as a dad. You do the family gathering thing with the cake and all that, but make sure you spend some individual time with your child, not just on their birthday, but all year long. Number two is you want to affirm your child, and do it out loud. Tell them something you admire about them every week. And when you see your child doing something that you taught them how to do, make sure you just say, hey, I appreciate that. That's a good boy. That's a good girl. I see you putting that trash in the trash can over there instead of on the floor, leaving it on the table, right? Make sure you affirm them loudly. And leave notes or short letters for your kids, memories they can keep forever. I'll never forget a story I read about a dad, and he started actually Napkin Notes Dad, where he would leave a note every lunch box every day his daughter went to school. And then he got sick, and there was some touch and go moments for him and his family. So he decided one night, every night his daughter would go to bed, he would write notes and notes and notes for hours at a time. And he did that each night until he had enough notes for if he should pass, that there would be a note every day for the rest of her school years. To me, that's leaving a legacy. That's letting her know that even as he's passed on, gone on to heaven, that he was going to leave a note each day for her to remember him by. And now he's got a book out there, and Gar Callahan, you go to Amazon and buy his napkin notes, Dad. Just something simple like that has turned into this wonderful thing for many, many dads to learn from. So I left notes around. I'd leave things for her, like for a treasure hunt. Like when I come home, I was in law enforcement. I come home midnight, I'd leave donuts, but she had to find them the next morning, and she called me Donut Daddy. But those are things that, just simple things that you could come up with that's going to help you start leaving a legacy. They're going to remember how positive you were, Dad. They're going to remember how negative you were, Dad. So, but if enough positive outweighs the negative, they're going to remember that more. And you will be leaving a legacy. Until next time, this is Keith with Dads for Life saying, go out and enrich, enhance, and encourage someone today, but make sure you start with your children because they truly do need it the most. Till next time, God bless.